Hi again. Okay. So after my first entry, not that, my first entry, um, I talked it over with some friends and people about what I should talk about in general with my video blogs because I clearly don't do well if I don't have a certain topic to talk about because then I ramble or I don't make sense with words and I get really nervous, kind of like how I am now. And yeah, so after some consideration and asking around, I talked to my one friend Panda, and his name's not really Panda, I just call him Panda. Um, and he suggested that I talk about movies, or also, as he put it, nerd stuff I like. So that's what I'm gonna do because there's a lot of nerd stuff I like, and I can talk about it for days or years, as my life has shown. Um, Anywho, so yeah, okay. Wow, that's a terrible segue. Just like awkward noises, and I'm not making this any better. So, Current Obsession is a show called Penny Dreadful, and it's on Showtime, and it just had its only first season. But I got renewed for a second season. I'm so excited. Oh, it's gonna be so good. At least I really hope it's gonna be really good because the first season's pretty sweet. Anywho, basic premise of the show. Is they take classic horror literature like Frankenstein and Dracula and Picture of Dorian Gray and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and they take the basic of that story and those characters, like the main characters, and they just kind of run with it and have fun. It is set in like Victorian England, so it's still set in like olden times with like horse and buggies and all that other fun stuff. Excuse me. That was super attractive, right? Right. Um, and it's a really interesting take on some of the stories and how they interpret the characters. And so Timothy Dalton's in it, and he plays this really cool, like wildlife safari hunter type guy. You may know him. He was one of the Bonds back in the day when, like, after Sean Connery was like, "Screw this, I'm not doing Bonds anymore," whatever. And the studios were like, "Well, it's super popular, and we need someone to do this with Timothy Dalton." And he did like two or three, and they weren't that great. But I mean, they're Bond films. Anywho, he's in it. He has quite this story. He kind of has like that sordid past, and it's coming back to haunt him, and stuff's going on. And you're like, what? So that's him. And then there's Billie Piper, who I just adore because of Doctor Who. She played Rose Tyler in Doctor Who, but I love her in other things that I've seen. To be fair, but she's great in this. She plays an immigrant girl who I'm blanking so hard on her character's name, but she plays an immigrant girl who also has like a dark and sordid past, and a guy comes back to haunt her and do stuff, and you don't even know. Um, but it's great to watch. And then there's Josh Hartnett, who most of you probably know. He's from like Virgin Suicide, which is my personal favorites, and also Lucky Number 11, which is just fantastic. It's just so good. Just watch it. But he plays like this gunslinging actor of the time, and he also has a bit of a past, and he's running away from things, and you don't know what, and he's yeah, who knows? All these characters kind of have a bit of a past. It's like dark and creepy and mysterious, and like you're slowly finding out about it. And sometimes you're like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. And other times you're like, what? What? No, I don't know. So yeah, basic gist of it. They all have dark and creepy twists. Oh, Eva Green's in it. How could I forget her? Because she's fantastic in it. You guys probably know her. She's from not from that. She is not from that. She is from some of the more recent Bond films, like the ones with Daniel Craig, the Casino Royale she was in. She played the girl that Bond fell in love with, and then the other stuff. I hate spoilers, so in case any of you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna tell you. But she's in it and she's great. She plays this like clairvoyant, like a medium, like she can just do so many weird things, truthfully. Um, but yeah, so it's a really great show, and if you haven't caught up with it, it's only been one season, and it's 8 episodes, so you should totally catch up on it and do it, because it got renewed for a second season. So excited. Okay, well, that went a little bit better, I hope, than my first one. Um, and one day I'll find a way not to end these awkwardly, or how to end them well. But today is not that day. So that's it. Bye.